Yeah, I'm like thinking of so many memories that I don't even know where to begin. But I had the fortune to maybe go back to school a little bit and study about business. And you know, good business is good because it's different. It differentiates itself. But you know, this is really what West Park was, and it, you know, up until this year, the last year. And Rudy was one of the ones, and Bill Ross helped start the women's side of rowing. Alfie's going to talk, and he continued that going on, and everybody else who isn't mentioned yet, but will be. And so I just want to say that there were so many things that I learned at West Park. When I can't believe it. Learned so much more in 4 years, or you know, however many years we rode, which was only three. How many memories we have from that short time that we still draw. And it's just amazing. Like, who else did arm hangs? In the boiler room, you know, like nobody else is doing that. Like, how many stories do we have that no one else did? And like, I remember Rudy would pick us up at home to bring us to practice. And because it was whatever, 5:30, 6 a.m. to West Park in a blinding snowstorm. Nowadays, you listen to the weather, okay, everything's canceled, everybody stays home, nobody does anything, don't go outside, don't exercise. Rudy picks us up and brings us, and his little Honda gets stuck in the parking lot at West Park. And we get out, but we gotta move that because it's gonna be in the way of the plows. So before we go into the boiler room to practice, we get out and we pick up his car. We pick up his car, and we're all girls, quote girls, and we pick up his Honda and we put it on the boulevard at West Park. And that was probably part of our workout. Rudy, you know, was happy that we were doing that, I'm sure. And you know, who else did the things that we did? A lot of it was based, to me, when I'm a coach now, and I'll read research, or you know, the Rowing Canada gurus and whatnot. And Rudy was doing all that back then for us. He was doing it already, and I think maybe it was the German part of it. The Germans did all the early studies on all this stuff, but Rudy was putting it into action for us when we were 15 and 16 years old. And we were doing all the stuff that they did years later, and still now, people sometimes just don't get it. And that I remember, and I still draw on. And the last thing I want to say is, a leader. They say a leader is a person who doesn't surpass other people, but they give them a helping hand to get to the best they can be. So I think that back to that, and the helping hand that Rudy gave us all, and Alfie gave to his subsequent, and Bill Ross, and everybody else. There's a lot of people here who did that, and I think that all of us are doing that now to our youngsters. We are trying to do the same thing. So I think, to me, that's what really is just all-consuming when I think back to these memories, is the fact that it's a legacy that does keep on going. And it's going to be going for generations, because we're helping our kids and our friends, and it's just going to go from generation to generation. And it's unbelievable to me. I'm just so happy and